So I'm always a day late and a dollar short, or in this case, 2 days late, and in the other case is like 30 days late, and yeah, a lot of dollar shorts. But I'm going to review the finale of The Legend of Korra Book 3 Change, which, yeah, they know how to end the show. It's okay, so I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna review both the episodes, kind of separately, and kind of go in order of how I saw things. And so the first thing is the bending in these last two episodes was just. It was so good. They were not playing. They was not playing with those moves. Like Rock with the ice spike on the hand. He was like, ugh. If he had landed that blow, it would have been bye bye Zahir. But of course he doesn't, and then is blown off the mountain. And it's just so. I think I would have been more cool had Zahir had like some scratches on him or something, or at least one scratch. But he's like unscathed the entire time. Like nothing bad happens really to him. Like he gets a couple hits landed on him, but for the most part, he's like schooling these people that have been bending longer than him. It's still infuriating, even though it's done. Oh gosh, I just wish he had got like scratched, like a little red mark somewhere or something. But I digress. It was, very fun to watch. Even his moves, I was like, he is not playing right now. Now, let's talk about Zahir and Sparky Boom Girl. Piley, her name is, I think. She's like, oh, you saved me from being, a weapon for that warlord. I'm like, first of all, can't you just blow him up? And second of all, aren't you just the weapon in the circle? Like, I didn't get why they put that part in there, because I'm like, did the warlord like have some kind of power over her or something? Because all she needed to do was blow that dude up. Oh gosh! And then Zahir over here preaching about freedom, and he's trying to force people to die. I'm like, let me freely state that I'm going to stay alive. Like, really? How you going to preach about freedom and then try to take somebody's choice, a free choice to be alive away? Like, like those kind of things kind of just irk me. But I think that's part of making them the villain and making them not like your character. Not like the character, not your character, like yourself, but, not like the character. So that was a little hypocritical on Zahir's side. And then this fool gonna start flying. And initially I'm like, woohoo, airbenders go. But then I'm like, I'm kind of cheering for the bad guy. The flying was awesome. It was incredible. Like, yay. But the bad guy is not supposed to have the coolest power that, like, most people say they want. If you ask somebody what kind of power they want, 95% of people are probably going to say, I want to fly. You don't give that to the bad guy. Oh, gosh. Infuriating, I'm telling you, it just makes you so mad. And, okay, so let's talk. I need to get a little philosophic on you for a second. I feel like letting go of your earthly desires is not the secret to weightlessness. Because killing Korra, earthly desire, garnering a new order of, a new world order with chaos, the true order, an earthly desire. So, like, he was still tethered to his earthly desires and he could fly. So I'm like, clearly that's not the secret, really, because you didn't let go of anything. Like, he still was just dwelling on all his plans. So I'm like, that can't be the secret. And then he's trying to kill somebody. It's like, like, if you let go of those desires, like, you should just be like, okay, I'm going to float away somewhere and go, breathe the air of a mountain while I'm on the mountain, and I don't think that the secret of weightlessness is letting go of your earthly tether. I think it's something else. Maybe letting go of fear, of falling and not surviving. I don't know. It's just, he clearly did not let go of his earthly desires. I'm just trying to tell everybody. And what is with all the on-screen deaths? My little water-bending heart can't take it. I'm like, oh my gosh. I do have to say, though, that scene, who conjured that up? Because it was clearly magic. Sue, like, earth bends her armor off of herself and cover Piley's head. It was incredible, but at the same time, I'm like, she just died. Like, oh my gosh, if she can survive that, like, if she can, like, blow the thing away from her face or something, I don't know, like, contain it, but I'm pretty sure she died. And I was just like, that was incredible how that was done, but that was cruel. And I don't know how much more I can take of those on-scene deaths. On-screen deaths. Oh, gosh. Now, I just knew Bolin was going to become a lava bender because, it was just leading up to that. I feel like, though, metal bending is still part of earth bending, so I feel like he should be able to metal bend too, but, I guess that's being a little greedy, wanting him to do all of those things, but it is still earthbending, metal bending, so we'll see, going forward. And so, yeah, that's kind of all I really wanted to say for chapter 12. Zahir was still irritating me with all his great and awesome moves, and then he learned to fly. I just wanted to just poke him with a pen or something and see him go. Okay, let me stop. Let's go ahead and move on to chapter 13. Now, chapter 13 has some finally moments in it. I'm like sitting here like, just ticking them off. I'm like, okay, finally, Mako, you remember that you know how to lightning bend. Why, did you forget that information? Did the skill temporarily go away? And then I'm like, finally, the airbenders, work together as a unit against Zahir. They should have did that as soon as he popped his little head out of that airship and sent that airship flying just to smithereens into the mountain next to it, to the temple, to the air temple. Oh, gosh. And then finally, Korra used the avatar state properly. I get that whole save the best for last thing, but make the rest of what's happening at that time seem like it's the best that they can do. Because she never went into the avatar state. Like, it was incredible. The finale was incredible. But I'm like, she could have went into the avatar state a couple times, and still made it, and we still would have believed that Zahir got away, narrowly or something like that. But I don't want to make it seem like I wasn't enjoying myself, because it was truly incredible. And then Korra's escape. What? The animation was masterfully done. The scope, the scale, and the execution are so incredible. It's Guinness Book of World Records incredible. Like, I need to check if they're already in. Like, it's that scene, like the way she, oh gosh, it was the way she like broke, like just took the entire wall out basically, and like whiplash Ming Hua into the wall, and then like, did the chain to bring the lava up and like blow the. That was an escape scene. Like, what? Clearly I'm grinning, and I know like the excitement is probably gone because you've already watched it, but I'm pretty sure like the way I'm acting, you're probably gonna go watch the episodes again, because it's just like, oh my gosh, like who thinks of stuff like that? Like she like spins the chain really fast, and like it just looked incredible. It looked epic, and they do epic so good, so very good, so incredible. Now I'm gonna try and not make this video so extra long since I've been so late and such a terrible person. Those are the main things I wanted to talk about with the episodes. I mean, the animation is always hands down just incredible, and I mean, the way Korra was like lifting those humongous rocks, and it had some of like the same mountain fixtures or whatever they call it, like rock formations, as the fight scene with Fire Lord Ozai. And so I'm like sitting there like, oh, dang, like, oh, it was so good. It was so good. But to bring it to a close, I want to say like these episodes were really dark. Like the on-screen deaths. Can you imagine, Zahir and company using that poison on Korra as a little girl? Like, when you think about it, you're like, that is cruel. And then Korra needing a wheelchair, it took everything in me not to cry when I saw her in that wheelchair. Oh, gosh. And then, of course, they try to leave off on a bright note. But then Korra sheds a tear, and I see her sitting in that wheelchair, and I'm just like, I'm a crybaby. I cry. I will cry. It will come out. And I almost cried when I saw her in that wheelchair, and I almost cried when she cried. I'm just like, you know what? Dry it up. You're a grown man. You don't need to be crying, but I cry all the time. I just have like a couple, like, I guess, honorable mention moments. I don't know if you guys saw or like paid attention, and I urge you to watch it again. But when Ming Hua was making the water people, she was like shifting them and like moving them like to make it seem like they were trying to get out of their restraints. Who animates that? Like, who takes the time to do stuff like that? Nobody besides this team. Like, I'm trying to like just think of like, I mean, I've seen really good animation, but for on TV, like, it doesn't really get this good. Like, that was incredible. And then Asami, her little moment, I've rewound that like 90 times. Like, it was just incredible. The lighting at that moment, like, it's so good. They are so incredible. Okay, let me, as I said, I was bringing it to a close. So, I mean, I don't really have much more to say. Of course, Bolan's hilarious, putting the sock in Zahir's mouth, which was disgusting. And so I want to go ahead and move on to some predictions. And I might do like an entire prediction video when I can like think of things that I want to see. But for right now, I mean, clearly we know that the Red Lotus is going to be a problem. I mean, they've invested in outfits, so I'm pretty sure that means that they're going to stick around. And Zuko already made mention of it, like we don't know how many are out there. But also something I would like to see dealt with or addressed or be a conflict is the equalist. I still feel like that issue needs to be addressed, and if it doesn't get addressed, then I see a good story or a just cause for like anger. And so, like, of course, the way the Eagles handled the situation, like, was wrong, but the non-benders need some love in the Avatar world, so I want to see that addressed. And maybe we can see the Equalists team up with the chaotic people of Ba Sing Se, and then they team up with the Red Lotus, and then we just have this big, huge fight that Korra has to just knock everybody out, and so I think that would be awesome. Second prediction, or at least a hope, is I want to see Grandma Blind Bandit. Okay, can we get some Toph in our life? Please, Mike and Brian, just one little, mean scene, she comes in and says something rude or, overtly crazy, and then just bounces. I'll be happy with that. Lastly, can we also get a little pro bending in our life? Michael could have 2 jobs, or he could be a pro bender again full time or something. I know it's getting a little serious in the Avatar world right now, but we still need to have a little fun at the pro bending arena. I thoroughly enjoyed this book. You know, overall, I love Mike and Brian. I had some problems with book 2, but overall, I mean, their show is better than 95% of the cartoons that are on TV right now. They cancel all the good ones and leave the bad ones on, so it's depressing to watch TV or watch cartoons on TV. So yeah, I don't have much else to say. I'm always rambling on about everything and always talking about how I'm going to make a video short, and it's like 30 minutes. So I think I just need to remove short and video out of my vocabulary when putting them together. So I thank you so much for watching, if you did, and I can't wait for book 4. I believe Mike, one of them left a message like, it's already paid for, we're almost done animating it, you're going to see it in some fashion. And so yeah, I can't wait for book 4, and hopefully we can see Toph. Alright, so peace out, and check my YouTube page. I sporadically and very inconsistently put up videos of me doing the most craziest things, and so I thank you so much for watching. If you did, please leave a comment, please subscribe if you think I'm funny, annoying, or you just want to hate on me, whatever. I would love it, and thank you so much for watching.